Yeah, as you can tell by the title from down below, that yes, I am now 20 years old. Don't know whether I should be super excited about it or that I shall feel very depressed, or I'm just in the middle ground. Well, I honestly don't know how to feel, but all I can say is at least it's a lot safer than my 19th birthday, and at least it wasn't completely fucking ruined like my 19th birthday. It wasn't too crazy, but at least I played it safe. I know it should be full of fun and celebration, but the best gift I have here on this planet is that this time my YouTube channel is still active and up and running and not false flagged by dipshit anti-brony. Because, hilariously, that idiot got terminated as well, but I know I should be super happy because I at least got this for my birthday. Feel the Fire by Overkill. Fucking classic. Awesome classic shit. And more thrash for me. But, it's just, I feel like at this point, in terms of age, I feel like a number is just a number. I mean, I don't feel all that excited about 2017. I know I should be happy. I have a job at Christmas Tree Shop. I'm attending a community college in Mass Bay, and I got my license at least a year ago too. So at age 20, I should feel proud of myself at this point, and I actually do feel proud of myself at this point. I can't really think of any negatives about my life, but what I do feel right now at this point is that one of my big negatives that I really am not proud of myself is being naive towards people in general. In a new age, new year, new decade age for me, and same me. I still fucking hate people in general. And I'm still have the introvert in me. Sometimes I feel happy about being an introvert, and sometimes I don't like it. It's not to say that I'm antisocial or don't like anyone's company, but it's not that I'm antisocial when I say that I'm an introvert. I just don't like being around idiots. I mean, I've learned what fake friends really are when these past 5 or 6 years or 7 years I've been on the internet, but I started seeing the fakeness in my friends around like 2 years ago or 1 year ago, and it's not that I don't know how to make friends when I say that I'd rather just have two close friends than a large group of acquaintances that are only temporarily there or are only there for my interests or looks or whatever stupid bullshit that they only limit their kindness towards. When someone's an introvert, don't give them shit, because they know they're smart enough to see the idiocy in society. It's not because they don't know how to make friends when they say that they're introverts, but they know how to make friends really well, but choose not to. Because they've been through a lot of fake friends before, or at least most of the introverts have, and a lot of people were giant assholes to them for absolutely no reason. And I mean, for example, if I were have an analogy, do you think Obi-Wan Kenobi and Yoda just went into hiding in the Star Wars galaxy just because they were antisocial, or just because they don't know how to make friends? No. Their old ally, Anakin Skywalker, betrayed the Jedi Order and murdered all the Jedi along with the Galactic Empire, and that broke Obi-Wan Kenobi and Yoda's heart so badly that they went into exile. When those two were alone in the Star Wars universe, that doesn't mean they don't know how to make friends, or because no one likes them. Sorry, I almost said no one likes you. I having a lapse when I'm ranting, so please go easy on me. Everybody has a lapse, undeniably. I mean, as I was saying, Obi-Wan Kenobi and Yoda, they weren't antisocial, and nobody. And that's not to say, and that also doesn't mean that nobody likes them. It's just that they didn't want to be around people after their old and maybe even best ally and best friend betrayed them. The same can be said for Luke in the sequel part of the Star Wars story. Luke went into exile on his own onto another planet all by himself. No humans, no nothing. Because he felt betrayed by his nephew, Ben Solo, aka Kylo Ren. So he just didn't feel like being around the allies gone bad. Just like how I don't feel like being around the idiot friends gone bad as well. As I talked about some of my fake friends from my "If you lose a friend, sometimes it's best to let it go" video. I mean, through my 20 years of living in this galaxy, in this solar system, and on this planet, I've learned that just because that you're an introvert doesn't mean you don't know how to make friends. And even if I didn't have any friends at all, which I do, by the way, I go to the mall all the time with my two close friends of mine named Riley and David. And not to mention, I saw Rogue One with both of them up until 1 a.m. in the theaters. That doesn't mean I'm unsuccessful or unlikable, because like I said, I have a job at Christmas Tree Shop. I go to Mass Bay Community College, and I have my driver's license, and I get myself places that I enjoy being at. And and not to mention that I even saved up a ton of money to go to Arizona to visit my grandpa and possibly meet my best friend Lane Chavez for the first time. So that should definitely tell you that I'm not antisocial. Oh, and not just because of my grandpa and my best friend, but also because of the NASCAR race. So yeah, just a recap of what's been going on with me and the small bit about me. So yeah, I don't necessarily see my birthday as a negative, but I will say it's hard to believe I've been on this planet, in this galaxy, in this universe for 20 years. Yeah, I survived 20 years. Oh, and not to mention that I also sometimes I eat out with my friends and stop by their houses a lot. Even the ones who are currently in college, might I add. Also, let me recap that in a My Little Pony episode. I can't exactly remember what episode it's called, but it's one where the Pinkie Pie sings the song called "Come on, every pony, smile, smile, smile." The moral lesson of that episode was there are two types of friends: ones who are social butterflies and ones who enjoy being alone. And of course, I'm a small bit of this one, and somewhat a lot with this one. I'm a slight mixture of both. I can definitely understand the introvert part more than the extrovert part. I'll tell you that right now. So yeah, I don't really see this birthday as a negative, to be honest, but rather nothing too extremely celebratory, because I would much rather celebrate the good things that happened in the previous years and my life, rather than celebrate what you don't know is going to happen, because you don't know this year is going to turn out a positive or a negative. You don't know. That's not to say you should lower your expectations, but you shouldn't just have super, 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 super overconfidence. Your overconfidence is your weakness, as Luke Skywalker says. I definitely do enjoy people's company, but I also like my quiet space once in a while as well. Because sometimes shit can get too overwhelming for me. Speaking as an introvert, by the way. I don't like being too much of a hardcore introvert, but sometimes it can get a little boring after a while, but at the same time, I can love it too. So yes, when you see an introvert that admits himself that he doesn't have a lot of friends, I do have plenty of friends to call enough friends for my time, by the way. There are plenty of introverts out there that say that they don't really have friends at all. So, but if you do see those kinds of introverts, don't say that they fail at life, because they don't. They just don't like being around idiots, just like how I don't like being around idiots. Yeah. So just a recap about my character and the things that have been going on lately in my life at 20 years. I'm gonna be hit with a lot more responsibilities than I have right now. Who knows what will happen when I'm 25 years old? Maybe I'll eventually marry someone and then start a family. I wouldn't mind having kids, by the way. I'll make a different video on that, though, as it would be too long to discuss upon that topic. So, who knows what will happen many years down the road. So, hooray, then I'm the big 2-0. So, let's all hope for a good ride at age 20. And then more years to come. Space out, everybody. You're talking extremely fast and extremely nonstop and extremely off topic sometimes in certain cases. Chances are I'm going to put on my headphones and just listen to music and not hear about what you say, because the more people talk super fast and super non-stop and super tiring, might I add, I just want to listen to music, and it just becomes useless to understand what the extrovert is trying to say to me. And if being an extrovert is normal, then I couldn't have been more proud to be half strange or 75% strange or 65% strange or whatever. I couldn't have been more proud to be more strange than every single extrovert out there. I mean, back to the analogy, the Star Wars analogy. Do you really think Obi-Wan Kenobi went into hiding just because he felt like it, or just because he doesn't want to have friends, or just because he doesn't know how to make friends? No. He and Yoda were dreading on the betrayal Anakin, Darth Vader, put on them, so they went into hiding because they were grieving over that loss of theirs. So I don't understand the "oh, you have no friends" insult. So anyways, space out, everyone, once again.